नो nivṛttātmā saṃvṛtaḥ sampramardanaḥ ahaḥ saṃvartakō vahniranilō dharaṇīdharaḥ.
So āvartanāḥ. Āvartanā means that which keeps on repeating itself again and again and again. So in time everything repeats itself, which means it is cyclic. In nature we have seen everything is cyclic. So āvartanāḥ means one who is there just behind this dynamic wheel which has been set into motion right from the start of creation. So when we know, when there is something rolling, if we want something to, let's say a tire, if we want it to keep on rolling and rolling, there has to be somebody behind it to keep it in motion, to keep it moving. So similarly over here, āvartanāḥ means Bhagavan is the dynamism just behind the entire cyclic happenings within us and without of us, outside in the external world and inside of us. So if we take at the cosmic level, creation is going on, maintenance is going on, dissolution is happening, again creation will happen. So it's cyclic. How many years it will take, that is immaterial. It's a long time interval, but everything keeps on coming back again and again and again. So Srishti itself goes into Laya and again comes back to Srishti. So again it happens. The yugas, we are told, starting from Satya Yuga up to Kali Yuga, and then we are told that is not the end of the world. After Kali Yuga also, again Satya Yuga is going to come back. So starting from there, everything in nature we have seen, the seasons keep changing, cyclic it is. Now winter is going to come, and then again summer will come, then rainy season will come, spring will come, rainy season will come, autumn season will come, again winter will come. It keeps on moving, cyclic. So everything it's like a wheel that is moving. If a wheel has to keep moving, there must be some dynamism, whether we can see it or whether we cannot see it. So what is the dynamism which keeps this cycle, this wheel moving continuously, constantly, without any break? There must be somebody behind it. That is the Lord. So similarly, the solar system we have seen, all the planets are continuously moving and they come back to their place also. So it goes and comes back, it goes and comes back. Similarly, the earth rotating about its axis. So everything, therefore we call it as Jiva Chakra, Jivana Chakra, Karma Chakra, Dharma Chakra. So many names for that. Wheel of Dharma, wheel of Karma. What is the wheel of Karma? There is samskaras are there in us, prarabdha is there. Therefore, desires come in us. The desire manifests itself as a thought at the mental level. The thought itself, the thought itself externally manifests itself as a karma. Karma leads to karma phala, and that karma phala doesn't stop over there. It again leaves back in us traces of repeating, wanting to repeat. So karma phala, again karma. That is a wheel of karma. Lord Krishna talks about it in the 3rd chapter. Karma pravartit evam pravartitam chakram is this wheel of karma which has been set into motion when? Beginning of creation. So all of us, what should we do? We have to align ourselves with this wheel of dharma, wheel of karma. If we don't align ourselves, then we know that problems will come. So in nature, the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, all align themselves very, very perfectly to this wheel, cosmic wheel. And therefore they don't have any problem. It's only man who decides to step aside and do whatever he feels like doing. Why? Ego is there. So coming to us also, therefore janana, birth is there. Then we go through our life's experiences. It has to fulfill itself or end in death, and that's not the end all. Again birth happens to us. That is why Adi Shankara in Bhajagovindam says, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. He doesn't stop there. Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam, he said. So birth, death, birth. Again it goes on. So everything we have seen in nature is cyclic. From the unmanifest, manifest came. The manifest stays for some time and then it has to go back to where it came from. Where did the manifest world of things and beings come from? From the unmanifest. Because if something has come which we are able to comprehend and apprehend, it cannot come from nothing. Something has come means it has to come from something only. Maybe we could not comprehend it and apprehend it. Why? It was in a sukshma state. It was in a more subtler state. So subtle becoming gross is projection, creation. Unmanifest becoming manifest. Manifest going back to unmanifest is what we call as a laya. So everything very beautifully, there's a chain, cyclic chain happening in nature. The seed gives rise to the tree, then the tree, the leaf, it grows, the tree grows, branches, bud, flowers, fruit, from the fruit, seed, again the seed, it starts from there. So everything in nature, it follows a very beautiful pattern and it's cyclic. And that gives rise to what is called as continuity. So somebody must be there behind all of this. Who is it? Bhagavan says, I am the one who is behind it all. āvartanō. nivṛttātmā. Nivṛttātmā means one who is totally introverted, retreated, not available for our cognition. Who is it? Bhagavan. He is the one in whose presence everything is taking place, including this āvartanā. His unseen hand or the unseen dynamism behind the entire world of things and being. Not just our world, 14 worlds. But still, why is he not visible for us? He is just behind everything. He has retreated himself. So therefore, right now for us, he is not available. So in that, nivritti means ingoing, introvertedness. Pravritti means extroverted. So Bhagavan is introvert, not in the sense of how we think of a person as introverted, good for the person or not good for the person. Bhagavan is totally isolated. That's what is meant by retreating back. He is not connected with or associated with whatever is happening at our equipment level. The body, the mind and the intellect are functioning. They are all functioning because of his dynamism. He lends his support to all the equipment to function. But whatever they are, whatever activity is coming out of them, gross or subtle, good or bad, Bhagavan is not a shareholder of all of them. He is just a mere silent witness of whatever is happening. In that sense, withdrawal. He is so totally aloof from all of us in whom the play of gunas are happening, 3 gunas. He is so aloof, isolated from whatever is happening at our equipment level, the body level, mind level and intellect. And is also the silent witness of whatever is happening in our 3 states. The waking state, the dream state and the deep sleep state. He is there silently, illumining for us all the states. Is he a shareholder of whatever is happening in them? No. But without him, nothing can happen. So in that sense, nivṛttātmā. He is untouched by the realm of change. Though the realm of change or prakriti cannot function without his grace or without his support. So nivṛttātmā, each word, each nama we can go on and on for hours together. Only then the significance and the suggestiveness will enter into us. We will realize how vast and how deep these namas of the Lord, the names of the Lord, what it is suggesting to us. So nivṛttātmā, saṃvṛtaḥ. Saṃvṛtaḥ means āvart, the one who is completely, totally veiled. We cannot see him, though he is there. He is nearer than the nearest to each one of us, we are told. Nothing can be so nearer than him to us. Because he is the very me in each one of us. If he is the very me in each one of us, why is it that we are not able to comprehend him, apprehend him, see him, talk to him, associate with him? because he seems to be veiled. In the Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says, Ajñāne nāvṛtam, he says, I am completely veiled by Maya, by ignorance, Ajnana. Ajnana is nothing but Maya. So Maya seems to have covered him up or veiled him up, and therefore we're not outside of us, within ourselves. And therefore we are not able to comprehend and apprehend the ultimate reality, which is supposed so evident for all of us. We are that and that is we. But still, why is it that we are not able to connect with that which we are? Because of this veiling that has happened. The Lord is completely veiled up, āvarana. So all the spiritual sadhana that the teachers have given to us in our seat of meditation is to do the unveiling ceremony. What is the unveiling ceremony? All the matter vestures around us, which are covering up, seemingly covering him up from our own cognition, we have to drop it, or we have to disassociate ourselves with it. So to disassociate ourselves means to transcend it. Once these equipment, identification with the equipment has dropped off, or we have transcended, identifying with the body, with the mind and the intellect, we are face to face with the reality. In fact, we become the reality itself. So, saṃvṛtaḥ, he is completely covered up, not available for us very, very easily. Saṃvṛtaḥ, sampramardanaḥ, he is the punishment behind all punishments. So everything, it's not that the Lord is sitting over there and trying to find out in what way to punish us for the wrong we have done. It's not like we are punished not by somebody, not for the sin or for the wrongdoing. We are punished by the wrongdoing itself. Means by the activity itself. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. Newton's third law. So when we undertake a piece of activity, so many things are there which decide what should be the karma phala. So good activities will give good results, merit, and therefore we will be able to enjoy it. Happiness will be there, success, fulfillment, profit, etc. But if we have, for whatever reason, undertaken wrong activities, then the karma phala cannot be right. It will be aligned to the wrong activity that we have done. So the karma phala will come back to us. It is nothing but a punishment only coming back. Karma phala coming back to us, wrong one, because of the wrong activity we have done, that itself is a punishment. But to explain it to us, they say, yes, there is a person who is sitting and taking stock of all these things, and then danda is there. Again in the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, Bhagavan says, I am the danda. He says, I am the royal danda. Which means for everything, we cannot escape any good or bad, it will come to us. And we can never transfer it also onto anybody, to anybody else. I did something wrong, the punishment is coming. Whatever be the intensity of it, will you please go through it? Not possible. Whatever we have done, we alone have to go through it. Good or bad. Good also we can't share. We wouldn't want to share the good. But if possible, if we can get somebody, sure we would want to share all the wrong with them. I did the wrong activity, you please go through the punishment. Not possible at all. In nature, the laws are very strict. That's what it means over here. So starting from Bhagavan saying, I am the one who punishes all the Rakshasas. 4th chapter. Yada yada hi dharmasya. He says, I am the one who protects the virtuous, the good. And I am the one who punishes and annihilates the evil. So starting from there onward, the Rakshasas are all punished, annihilated and killed. Over there, they represent the evil for us. And the good or the virtues are therefore saved from the persecution of the Rakshasa. From there onwards, that's why the Lord says, I again and again come. So it's not only 10 avatars, they are the main ones. We put them all together and say Dashavataras. But in the Bhagavad, we come across many more avatars. In fact, the Lord chooses, He can choose to function through or to work through anybody and give somebody a punishment that they deserve. That also is an avatar only. So it doesn't mean the way we think of an avatar, though Bhagavan says, I come back again and again. Every yuga he says, I come back. It's not every yuga. Every moment we are punished for the wrong we have done. In some form or the other. That itself is an avatar over there. Whoever punishes us or nature punishes us in some form. Punishment can come in the form of a person. It can come in the form of a thing to us. It can come in any form to us. So where there is an avatar over there. So Lord functions through the person or functions through the thing or functions through an occasion or a circumstance, sandarbha, and then gives to us what we deserve over there. So here we are talking about the bad. If we have undertaken negative activities, punishment sure will come to us. More bad the activity, more intense will be the punishment. So in that sense, sampramardanaḥ, he is the one. So there over there is no compromise at all. Nature's laws are very strict. Justice is blind, we say. If a person deserves this punishment, in no other way can the person bypass it or reduce it. It will come. Why? Because it's a activity which was done long back or maybe a few minutes earlier. So the karma pala has to come. So it will go, get reflected back and come. Full speed it will come back. So in that sense, sampramardanaḥ, he is the danda. He makes sure. So he is a very, very strict person who makes sure there is discipline everywhere. So the grossest form is where the Lord takes on different avatars to kill the different Rakshasas. That is outside. The whole thing has been dramatized for us in our Puranas. Within us are all the Rakshasas. All of them are there in us. Kamsa is there, Jarasandha is there, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu is there. All are there. Shishupala is there. Who is not there in us? Mahishasura is there. Shumba, Nishumba, Chanda, Munda, Banda, all are there in us. Each one of them have gone through intense tapas. Why did they go through a tapas? Because they want to stay in us permanently. They want immortality. Immortality means they don't want to leave us. These negative qualities. They don't want to leave us at any point of time. Survival method. So therefore the Lord says, no, it can't be permanent, but you will have to go one day. You can choose how you want to go. So therefore they all make their choices through a boon, how they want to go. And then it happens, whether they specify or whether they don't specify. I don't want to be killed by these weapons. Bhagavan says yes, but there is somewhere a loophole over there. So something has been left out and nature or Bhagavan uses that itself to destroy the Rakshasa. Therefore all our gods, we find them carrying only weapons. Durga, more hands, more weapons in her hand. Why? Because each one of them needs a particular astra, shastra to get annihilated. That is the tapas they have done. So therefore we call on to her. When you come, bring all your weapons in your hands so that you don't have to go and bring back another one. So come well equipped so that when you see these Rakshasas, you will know how to eliminate them. In Bandasura's story, it comes so beautiful it is. When he is very, very powerful. So what does he do? He tries to reverse back time. And he invokes all the Rakshasas who have already been killed. It's so dramatic over there in the Puranas, but it all applies to ourselves. So therefore, what does he do? We are told he goes to the lower worlds, where the Rakshasas who are being killed, they are there. Patala Loka or Naraka, whatever it is. And what does he do? He invokes over there all the Rakshasas who were earlier killed by the Lord's avatars. All of them come to help him. Because that much of he's not an ordinary person at all. This Banda itself means uncompromising, unyielding is. We cannot make him understand anything at all. Banda, we say. So Buddhu, it's like saying, how many times I tell you, you don't seem to understand. That is that Bandasura was there in us. So what does he do? He invokes all of them who have already been killed within, and therefore Devi has to at that point of time again invoke those particular avatars only. So if Ravana is invoked by Bandasura, Rama has to be invoked by Devi. If Hiranyakashipu is invoked by Bandasura, Narasimha has to be invoked by Devi to eliminate over there. So like that, so many Rakshasas are there. It all represents the evil quality, the negative qualities within ourselves. All negative energies in us are personified as Rakshasas out there or Asuras. So they all have to be destroyed. Who is the one who will come and destroy them? Bhagavan himself has to come and destroy. Because it's not easy. Ego is a party with them. The ego in us is along with them. So the ego will never stand apart and try to destroy the negative qualities in us, the Rakshasas in us. So therefore Bhagavan has to be invoked. And when he is invoked, sure he will come and destroy all the negativities in us. Sampramardanaḥ. Aha saṃvartakāh. Aha means daytime, when the sun is up. That is what we call as daytime, as opposite to night time. Saṃvartakāh, pravartakāh means one who thrills, one who makes everything manifest into activity, thrills everything into activity. At night we know everything goes off to sleep. Everything goes off to sleep. It's all quiet because the sun is down. The moment the sun comes up, we are told the lotus blooms. We are all thrilled into activity. In some places like in Bangalore, where it is cold season, even in summer also, we tend to get up late. But in places like Chennai, where the climate is all hottest, Hyderabad, even at 5 a.m. we can't sleep over there. Here we can sleep till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, very comfortably we can sleep because it's an air-conditioned city. But where the sun is too intense, the light and the heat is very intense, we can't sleep. Beyond 5, it's 5 a.m. I'm talking about. We're just woken up. What makes us get up in hot places? It is the sun's light and heat. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Aha saṃvartakāh means one who makes it possible, one who brings daytime in front of us and makes everything, bustling with activity. That's what it means. It's like as though somebody is coming and touching everything, and therefore everything has woken up and everything is now active. The best word is to touch and thrill everything into activity. If a person is feeling sleepy, what do? We just go and touch the person. So night time, in daytime also we can sleep. So if we are for some reason dozing off, going off into night time, all that the person has to do is just to touch us. So immediately we will wake up. Waking up means waking up to daytime, in quotes. What did the person do? They just touched us. And again we are up and active. That is what the Lord is doing. Not only is bringing daytime and then making everything active, like I said, from external to internal, from gross to subtle. What is it early in the morning which makes us all wake up? Something is there in us which wakes us up. So in that sense, aha saṃvartakāh. So here the Lord means the sun over here. The sun, the life that is there in us, which gives aliveness to everything. Every cell in us has to be thrilled, or Bhagavan has to, it's a divine touch over there. When he touches, everything becomes active. When he withdraws his support, everything collapses. in that sense, saṃvṛtaḥ is being used over here, is implied over here. So therefore, as the sun, or as the life spark in each one of us, as the light of consciousness in us, as the knowing principle in us, if the knowing principle is there in us, only then we will become conscious, only then we will know whatever we are knowing. So that knowing principle, it's like daytime. Daytime means I am aware. Night time means I am not aware. That's what it means. Everything is in the dark. So doesn't only mean AM over here, where the sun is up. Within us also, there is a sun, a unique, special inner sun, SUN, light of consciousness, the life spark in us. Very, the light of all lights. 13th chapter, Jyotisham api tat jyotihi, Bhagavan said, I am the light of all lights. What does he do? Because of him, everything is bubbling with activity. Every cell in us is active. Why? Because life is there in us. If he is not there, then everything collapses. So starting from the cell onwards, starting from the God particle onwards, up to the cosmos, ahaḥ saṃvartakā, one who makes everything function very vigorously, lends aliveness and makes it bustling with activity, is the Lord over here. So ahaḥ saṃvartakā, we can consider it to be the sun's light also, but we know we must apply it to what is there within us also. Ahaḥ saṃvartakā vahni. Vahni means fire. Here we are talking elemental fire, not the fire that we are seeing. Yes, that also Bhagavan is. Can we make fire? We can't. We can't make fire. But in fire, in the light of fire, we can see everything. We can do so many activities. We can cook our food. So Vahni means Bhagavan, here he means the fire that we can see also, and who gave to fire its brilliance, who gave to fire its effulgence, luminosity, its golden yellow over there, shining, bright, who gave to it heat. Bhagavan again in the 7th chapter says, I am the heat and the light, both in the sun, and I am the heat and the light in fire also. If Bhagavan withdraws or steps back from fire, which we know of, no heat, no light. So elemental fire, therefore Bhagavan is the one who is even enlivening fire and makes it function and makes it do its dharma. What is its dharma? To give light and to give heat to all of us. Therefore, that very beautiful prayer in the Kathopanishad which comes, na tatra suryo bhati. He is the one, the unique inner light of all lights without any properties, which illumines the sun, which gives sun its light and heat, which gives fire its light and heat, which lends its light to all the 5 natural sources of light which we know: sun, moon, fire, stars and lightning. All of them we know are illumining bodies for us. But where did they get their light from? Bhagavan says, I am the one who lends myself to them and makes them function over there. And then in turn they give to us heat and light. So with the help of the sun's light, with the help of the moonlight, with the help of the lamp that is burning over there, Agni, we can see many things. They can illumine for us a whole room. Sun's light, moon's light, the lamp that we have lit over there, it can illumine for us everything around us and about us. But can they illumine Bhagavan for us, Parabrahma for us? No. That's the meaning of natatra suryo bhati. There the sun cannot illumine. The sun cannot illumine him, Brahman. The moon cannot. The stars cannot. The fire cannot. The lightning cannot. Why? It is he who lends heat and light to all of them. In that sense also fire. So Vahni Bhagavan. And we know the importance of fire. Without heat, if the sun can just puts one step backward, away from us, North Pole, Gurudev used to say, North Pole and South Pole will meet at the equator. Everything will collapse, everything will become frozen over there. The sun has to just take one step back, no, not even 2 steps back. So we know how essential it is for the sun's light and for the heat, not only light, for the heat also. Therefore we worship him. We cannot see Brahman, but for us the sun is Pratyaksha Brahman. He indicates to us, or he is a representation of that Brahman for us, because Brahman is functioning through him and giving, and in turn he is giving to us heat and light, which is so very, very essential for all of us. No heat, no light, completely the worlds will collapse. Deluge, pralaya will happen. Therefore we know the importance of fire, cooking. If you all have to survive, we have to eat. Anything else we can skip. Today I did not call her up, today I did not go to the market, today I did not go here, I did not do this, fine. But without eating we can't survive. And raw material we can't consume just as it is. So therefore Sharanu in the kitchen over there, Pakashala, wherein who cooks the food for us, 15th chapter of the Gita, so beautifully will tell us how everything Narayana takes care of. Nothing we are doing, but we think we are doing everything. So in the kitchen, who is cooking the food? I am cooking, we say. I am the best chef. I am the best cook. None of us are a best cook or a chef over there. The one who is really sitting and doing the cooking over there is water, fire and air. These are the 3 which are very, very important. More than the air, but we need air, pressure cooker. Or earlier days, they will cover the vessel. When we cover the vessel over there, air, steam. So all these 3 are very, very essential over here for even the cooking to happen and the raw material to become consumable food for all of us. Therefore, the kitchen is so important, as important as our puja room. So, Pakashala we call it, Yajnashala. So, as much as the Yajnashala is important, the Pakashala is also important. That is why so many do's and don'ts for a kitchen. Because Narayana over there is coming, what comes to us in the form of food is nothing but Narayana himself coming to us personally to nurture us and nourish us in the form of food. And from where did that food come? It came from the kitchen only. So who cooked for us? Fire cooked for us, water cooked for us, air cooked for us. We were only instruments over there, that's all. Doing some little bit of activity over there. Stirring, adding, etc. Everything is nothing but Bhagavan himself. The 15th chapter elaborately deals with that. So there is absolutely no place for this ego anywhere. It says, somewhere you please give me some accommodation. I will stay over there. Very quietly, silently, I will stay over. Some accommodation somewhere. Bhagavan says there is no accommodation for the ego anywhere. And the whole concept is being very beautifully given out in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. It's very beautiful, starting from the food onwards. So, Bhagavan himself is the fire. Anilaha. So, just now we said fire we need, water we need, air we need. Anila means Vayu Bhagavan, air in motion. So, all the oxygen going inside, the air that we are daily breathing in and breathing out, 1.5 cc's they say, is what we breathe in and breathe out. That much if it doesn't go inside, we know what is going to happen to us. So even the breathing in and breathing out, who is taking care of? We are not sitting and doing it. Otherwise we would have told people, I am very busy. What are you doing now? Where I am breathing in and breathing out. It's going on, involuntarily it is going on. So that also Bhagavan is taking care of. And what is it that we breathe in? Air. In it, oxygen is there. We didn't create the oxygen. We didn't manufacture oxygen. And we know what all are its attributes. And the carbon dioxide, of course, should not be there in us. So that also has to be taken out of us. So who is doing all these things for us? Bhagavan himself is doing it. Carbon dioxide is also air, oxygen is also air, nitrogen is also air. And see how cyclic it is. We take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. The plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. That whole cycle is also there. How beautifully. And we cut down all the trees, we don't want forests, we don't want anything at all. Without the plants, how will we survive? It's the forests that bring the rains down. Where are the forests? And on the terrestrial plane, where are the clouds over there? What is the connection between the two of them? What is the connection between us and the tree standing out there? So it's supplying oxygen constantly to us. Are we grateful? We are not grateful. It's doing its karma yoga. We are not doing our own karma yoga. So whatever we do is all bhoga. Everything else what it's doing is yoga. Is a yajna. That's why in the 4th chapter Bhagavan says, everything convert it into a yajna. If you do anything as a yajna, neither here nor hereafter, you will even be able to get a glimpse of pleasure, leave alone happiness, leave alone bliss. So the whole Bhagavad Gita is trying to rehabilitate us or reorient us, put us back onto the right track from bhoga to yoga. Nothing to change, nothing need be changed. Whatever activities we are going on, whatever activities we have been doing till now, Bhagavan says continue doing it. Continue your profession, whatever, homemaker, continue to cook, everything, activities remaining the same. How we can make that piece of job or that piece of work into a puja. Work should become worship. Karma must become a yajna. That is the whole essence of the Bhagavad Gita, including if it is a war. Make that war a yajna is what Bhagavan is telling Arjuna. If war can become a yajna over there, our little activities of cooking food, teaching our children, doing our little job in our career, wherever we are working, it's more easier to convert it into a yajna. So we learn from all. We learn from fire, we can learn from air, anilaha. Over here, how important air is for all of us. Without air, nothing is possible. So air, anilaha. Anila has got many meanings. In the Vishnu Sahasranama here, 4 meanings have been given. Anila is Vayu Bhagavan, which is so important for all of us to live. We need air. Anila also means that which is beginningless. Who is beginningless? Brahman is beginningless. Therefore, Anila represents for us, if we break up that word into its roots. So we won't go into the detail. It represents beginningless for us. It represents consuming. Air consumes everything. So therefore it consumes. Therefore it is called as Anilaha. And also Anila means homeless. One, that which doesn't have a home. Home means that which we identify with. I have a home, security. Bhagavan is homeless. Why? The whole world is his home. Similarly, all our masters, where do they have a shelter? Wherever they are, that is their home. For us it is home, which means the 2 BHK or the 3 BHK or the 4 BHK in which we are, and we are so identified with it. Dasaru says, Yatrege hodaga mane bagilina chinte. In one Devarnama he said, gone to Badari, Kedar or Rameshwaram for a yatra. Instead of the mind being over there, where is our mind? Mind is with the house. Did I lock it or not? Mane bagilina chinte. Main door. Did I lock it or not? Did I close the windows or not? The cat will come inside. Did I do this or not? I hope I have locked it and double locked it. Some of us are there who wouldn't like to lock the house and go anywhere because we've grown up like that. I've till now never locked my house. Somebody or the other should be there. Then I don't mind coming anywhere. But locking the house, no. There are people who say now once. means we are identified with the house. Grihastha. Griha means house. Stha means to be well established, to be totally identified with the house. Not only the 2 BHK or the 3 BHK. Body, mind, intellect is the house with which we are solid, identified. Bhagavan is one who is not identified with anything. The whole world is his home. So which is his house? And even when he is functioning in all of us, he is not identified with this house complex called the body, mind and intellect. So in that sense also, Anilaha, dharaṇīdharaḥ. This we have already gone through the meaning, but the name was different. Dharani means Mother Earth. Dhara means to support. The one who supports Mother Earth. Bhudevi represents for us Mother Earth. Who is her Pati or Lord? Vishnu Bhagavan. So he is the one who supports. Dharani also represents over here Prakriti. So who supports Prakriti? Who supports Maya? Bhagavan alone supports. Without him, she can't do what she is doing. Prakriti cannot play out. Maya cannot play out. Therefore, Bhagavan says, I take the help of my Maya, my Shakti. She is as divine as me, as powerful as me. And I use her for my creation. For my Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Is what he says. So in that sense, he supports the entire realm of matter. Who supports it? Who maintains it? Who created it? And then finally, into whom will it dissolve away? Into Bhagavan. In that sense, dharaṇīdharaḥ.